SGC here, and we are back for a first impression. Violet Evergarden, Season 1, Episode 1. So this is an anime adaptation of the light novel of the same name, which was written by Kana Akatsuki and illustrated by Akiko Takase. And this is a 14-episode anime TV series, and it's adapted by Kyoto Animation for Netflix. And if you know Kyoto, they actually were in charge of Clannad, K-On!, and various other things. Just Google them. They don't have a wiki page, which is unfortunate. But anyways, Violet Evergarden. So, I saw this on Netflix. I was surprised this is not a whole season thing. It's going to be a week-to-week release, so I checked it out. And I actually checked out the Wikipedia page before I watched this, and it's an interesting read and also an interesting adaptation for our first episode. First off, the first episode doesn't really tell you much about what this series is about. We learn about this girl who have metal arms, and is she really a girl? Later on you find out. It's not very explicit, so it's subtle. I mean, granted, you sort of understand from the dialogue that she's not your typical human. And this takes place in Europa somewhere. What time? I don't know. It takes place after a war, after she kills people. But I really love the pacing and the narrative of the first episode in the sense where it's this girl in hospital gets taken out, and then she's just like, what's going on? What is my purpose? She's clearly just geared for war and following orders, and then all of a sudden she's thrown to this mailing company, and she has to sort mail and deliver mail, and it's really drastically different. And then at the same time, throughout the entire episode, we hear snippets of just who the major is and what happened at the war, and then later on we find out she has metal hands. We learn about auto memory dolls, and we don't even learn about them. We literally just know what they are, maybe, that they're not real, but they exist. And it's interesting, because I read the Wikipedia for the plot, and it told me so much more of what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's interesting to be like, has first episode, there's nothing too much to grab your attention, but it's just more like you sit and you watch it unfold. And I do dig the whole mailing company thing, and then the whole people can't write, so they go to this service, and this people write for you, and it's after a war, and it's Europe somewhere sometime, not sure, doesn't really matter. Yeah, I was intrigued. It's like this character who's just so lost without purpose, but yet she has to find new purpose, and then does it really matter to her? The person, is he alive or is he not? He looks pretty dead, but he could be alive. That could be a twist near episode 14. I'm like, haha, not dead. I'm an evil mastermind or something. I don't know. Is this going to be a drama, or is it going to be a war-torn country? What's going on? So there's a lot of things and tons of things that could happen, and it doesn't seem like it's telling you what's going to happen. And I do like the whole how it's episodic, in a sense where each episode, I don't think it's called episodic, but how it's not a whole season that you just fly through, but rather you gotta wait. So there's some sort of digestion to it. And I do wonder why they did it this way. I actually don't know if... Actually, I do. I think from what I heard, most Netflix anime stuff, it's the whole season. They don't release it until it's all done. So maybe it's just coinciding to be multicast. But I'm reading Wikipedia. It doesn't tell me that's being multicast, but I'm definitely sure it's a Netflix original, so it should be only on Netflix. So granted, maybe that's the whole thing. Like, even Japanese over there has to wait on the Netflix release. So that's interesting. Wonder what's up with that. But anyways, Violet Evergarden. It's intriguing. There's mystery. A lot of backstory that's not told yet, and you're just thrown in the middle of it. And if you sit with it, it's alright. And it looks pretty, though granted she looks like, what's her face from Fate/Night? Fate? I think that's her name. I don't know. I don't watch anime. But, yeah, I'm intrigued. That's all I can say. I'm not like, this is so good, go watch it now, but it was interesting, like, how it was narrated and paced. Because I swear, definitely, it could have just been a full-on, let's just flashback this entire episode, or whatever, but it's intriguing. She's lost, and she wants to find the meaning of love. What does the word I love you mean? So that's interesting, and I wonder what they're gonna do with it. It'll be interesting to see if it's strictly just a drama where there's no war stuff and it's just her adapting to a normal life. So that'll be interesting. So anyways, I gotta wait till next week, and maybe I will do. Actually, no, I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna do a week episode per episode review. I'm just gonna come back as a final impression, because I can actually do that, because I can watch this as it comes out, and I don't think, oh, actually, maybe, I don't know. I'm intrigued to finish. 14 episode, could do it. But yeah, I mean, the artwork is fine, and it looks pretty, so characters are kind of alright. The Benedict guy is kind of like alright, but I guess just knowing how she is, learning about the world, I think I'm intrigued about that. That sort of like made me stay behind for Made in Abyss anyway, so also I gotta review that anyways. But that's it. This is it. Violet Evergarden, Season 1, Episode 1 on Netflix. Out.